Good morning, everybody, and this is your DAX day trade setup for today. So the 8 hour is starting to offer absolutely no information at all. So you can see we keep coming back into these two levels. We keep flirting with this this trend line, and let's get it in there. Actually, I don't have it exact, but anyway, we can do that now. That's what it is. So we keep flirting with the trend line. Oscillators just hovering here in the middle. We've got diversions on the oscillators. You can see low, high. This is a sign of confusion. We've been confused for 3 weeks now, and I don't see any sign of it letting up. Trend is up. There's no two ways about that. We are above all the moving averages, and the trend is up. But I just want to pop across to the weekly just to highlight something. Look at our oscillators here, and look, there's your previous high. Ignore this one for now. There's a high, and there's a new high forming. But look at our oscillators group to the upside, and we have diversions. That's continuation diversions and continuation in the trend, which was down. Does make sense because we did break through on structure, so you would expect that to be retested. Obviously not what we want to hear right now, especially if you for your pensions and long-term investments at the moment, but there is something not right here. And you can see there's an area of interest, but if you look at the weekly, this is something which we need to pay very close attention to. You've got to cross over the moving averages. We did break. You'd want to see a bullish crossover, and you still want to see some kind of a pullback to test these levels here. So with all that noise in your head, when you switch down to the 3 hour, it doesn't give you any confidence at all that we are moving to the upside. This is so typical of a big move up, and then we just start fizzling out and rounding and then rolling over. So basically the psychology here is quite simple. People are buying. Then it gets to a point where there's just noise and well, just noise really, where people start thinking, okay, have I done the right thing? Should I not rather bank profits? It's the end of the year. I've made a little bit of money I've recouped some of my losses, so maybe it's a good thing just to get out of here, and we wait for the new year. So that's what you're seeing here. That's what's happened the last 3 weeks. Is indecision comes in here. Is this going to continue, or is it going to fall? So that's all you're seeing right now is indecision. The charts at the moment on the 3 hour, you can see how the moving averages here are coming close together. We're still far away from the 155, but this is looking more and more like a move to the downside is imminent. So let's just get to the hour. Now, there's no ways that you could have traded this at all the last couple of days, to be honest. You're not getting much structure. Have a look at how flat the moving averages are on the hour and how they've grouped together now. So if you're looking at this on a Bollinger Band chart, you'll see that the Bollinger Bands are coming close together, and you are looking at a bit of a squeeze forming. Most of your indicators and oscillators are going to indicate that the market is in indecision mode. So that's exactly what this is. And again, I am sit on hands. I think I just had a look at the S&P 500. That does give you a lot more opportunities at the moment than what I'm seeing here. And if you even drop down to 15-minute, but there was a bit of structure there that you could have taken a short there. But when was that? Pretty close to the European session, which 70 points. I mean, it's not really worth it. Yeah, I'm kind of sit on hands. I think I don't really want to get involved here. This to me just looks like indecision, and even if you watching this on a 5-minute, I suppose on a 5-minute you would have seen a break of the moving averages here, and then a retest of whatever structure it was aiming for. But there's a 155 with a lot of tails to the left, so you could have can argue that there was an entry there of 15 odd point risk for 78 point gain. Obviously your position size would increase dramatically on something like that, But it's not something that I'm really interested in, especially not with these. Look at these gaps down and then recovers, and there's gaps everywhere. It's just not something that I'm really interested in chasing at the moment. So I'm kind of still sit on hand. What I will be interested in though is if we start dropping kind of below yesterday's low, but you see what that means. If I get down to yesterday's low, it does break this trend line, but then I'd want to see a rejection higher up anyway. So either a rejection of the low, then a right over, but you're going to be held up by this level here at 14,333. Once you're through that, then all bets are off. Then I suspect this channel break to the downside is going to materialize, and it's plain sailing all the way down to 13,698. But anyway, we can't bargain on that at the moment. There's no clear signal to the downside, and there's also no clear signal to the upside. So please just keep that in mind. You need to wait for a break, a setup, and a retest of that break for you to even consider this. And at the moment, there is nothing here. This inside bar, if you take this inside bar here with the entry up there, you may have been triggered, but you definitely would have been stopped out going into the close last night. So anyway, that's kind of me at the moment, sitting on my hands, not really interested in this. We will catch up with you tomorrow. Cheers for now.